Good day, everybody. Today we find ourselves at a Wednesday again, midway through the week. Hope it's going well for you so far this week. So let's look at, we continue our daily Psalms for Hope. Today we are looking at Psalm 80. And so let's get out our Bibles and let's see what Psalm 80 has to say for us today. Again, this is a psalm written by Asaph and in the time of the exile. So he says in verse 1, "Give ear, O shepherd of Israel, you who lead Joseph like a flock, you who are enthroned upon the cherubim, shine forth. Before Ephraim and Benjamin and Manasseh, stir up your might and come to save us. Restore us, O God. Let your face shine, that we may be saved. O Lord God of hosts, how long will you be angry with your people's prayers? You have fed them with the bread of tears and given them tears to drink in full measure. You make us an object of contention for our neighbors, and our enemies laugh among themselves. Restore us, O God of hosts. Let your face shine, that we may be saved. You brought a vine out of Egypt. You drove out the nations and planted it. You cleared the ground for it. It took root, deep root, and filled the land. The mountains were covered with its shade, the mighty cedars with its branches. It sent out its branches to the sea and its shoots to the river. Why then have you broken down its walls so that all who pass along the way pluck its fruit? The boar from the forest ravages it, and all that move in the field feed on it. Turn again, O God of hosts, look down from heaven and see. Have regard for this vine, the stock that your right hand planted, and for the son whom you made strong for yourself. They have burned it with fire, they have cut it down. May they perish at the rebuke of your face. But let your hand be on the man of your right hand, the Son of Man, whom you have made strong for yourself. Then we shall not turn back from you. Give us life, and we will call upon your name. Restore us, O God, O Lord God of Israel. Let your face shine, that we may be saved." Yeah, one of the when I was looking at this psalm, the note that was for Psalm 80, it says the psalmist recognizes that God's acts of salvation in the past speak assurances for his salvation in the future. His acts of salvation in the past speak assurances for his salvation in the future. You know, and as I thought about that, I thought, you know, so often we have spiritual amnesia when it comes to God. We know that he has saved us in the past. We know that he has done some things to get us through whatever it is. And he's the same God that can do it now or in the future. But sometimes we forget about that. And I think the psalmist here is just reminding the people that this God has done this, and he can do this, and he will do this. And that is our hope in certain times of trial and tribulation that we find ourselves in. It's our hope in days like we find ourselves in today. He has brought us through in the past, and he will continue to do that in the future. We're not to forget that. We're not to have that spiritual amnesia and just forget all that he has done in the past. And so wherever you find yourself today, spiritually, don't think that God is not a part of this moment, even as he was a part of moments in the past, because he is. And that assurance comes because of what Christ did on the cross for us. And so we know with a certainty that this God who has acted in the past is a God who is going to act now and in the future. And that we can count on, that we can know with an assurance and a deep certainty. And so wherever you find yourself today, I hope that thought helps, and that you do not fall victim to spiritual amnesia, but that you know that your God is with you, and that your God is a part of everything that you're going through, and he will continue to be because of faith that we have been granted through the cross and through the resurrection. And so may God's blessings be upon you this day, and enjoy your Wednesday, and look forward to seeing you again.